Hey, how you doing? On the replay, if you can have a look at health-rewards.co.uk, and they'll help you with all of your insurance needs and pay you and bribe you to keep you healthy. Yay! My name's Nathan Haig. I am the personal trainer, a registered grown-up personal trainer, and I'm based here in Thailand at the moment. I also work between the UK and Australia. So I'm going to be talking to you guys today. I've just literally got in now. It's just been like hammering it down with rain outside. So I'm a little bit like wild and woolly. So I'm going to talk to you today about how to lose weight. Alright, because it's one of the most contested things. Everyone wants to lose some weight. Everyone's mate has told them about this special diet. Oh, is it true that? So what I was going to do is actually share some information with you, some actionable information where you can just go, right, I'll do that. And you'll actually lose at least 3 pounds. That's about 1.5 kilos of that ugly body fat. That kind of just disappears over the course of the next 7 days. It'll actually be a lot more than that. But if I say 1.5 kilos, 3 pounds of weight loss in 7 days, that'll cover your ass and my ass. Are you ready? I'm going to give you some top tips. Alright, bit of housekeeping before we get started, because I'm going to give you some really interesting and really expensive advice. Personal trainers charge like a wounded bull, but because you guys are listening in on Health Rewards, all I'm going to do is share the information just with you guys. So do me a favour. Let's come down here though and share the information with some of your followers. So come down here, a little bit of housekeeping. Click down here, come and subscribe to us here, because it's not just me on Health Rewards Periscope. There's actually 3 of us. So we do the head, the body, and also your nutrition as well. So it's my turn today to do all the stuff about your nutrition. All right? Well, actually, that's a lie. It's all about the exercise, to be fair. But the nutrition actually is kind of part of that. So here we go. All right, and please feel free to ask any questions that you've got. All right? So stop me if you've got any question and go, my mate Dave told me, because I'll actually sort of just answer those questions too. The Joker 122 joined. Do me a favour, come down here, subscribe, but also please come down here, touch the little number and share with your Twitter followers. It gives you a little option and it says share with your Twitter followers. Go ahead and do that, please, because I'm going to give you some very valuable advice. You want to lose weight? These are the things that you need to do. All right. Thanks very much, Joker122, very much appreciated. He's the only one that's done it. Come on, people, bloody hell, come down here. You're getting this information for free when I'm about to drop it, so come down here and share it with your Twitter followers. Do that shit, that's great. All right, thanks very much, Fletcher, very much appreciated. Okay, so let's get stuck into it, less fluff and actually more actionable stuff. Now, weight loss is actually quite simple, right? Now, I know that seems a bit of a trite thing to say, and you go, oh, I might have been trying to lose weight for months or even years. So let me just break it down for you, some actionable stuff that you can do. All right, thanks very much for inviting your followers, very much appreciated. Okay, so there are 3 tenets. All right, there are 3 things that you need to do. I'm all about making it really easy, even though I am a proper personal trainer and I lift heavy weights for a living. I get that, all right? But here's the thing, all right? I live by these 3 tenets, the same as what I'm about to pass over to you guys. Write this shit down, because this is actually going to save you hundreds or thousands of pounds on those stupid diet shakes, pills, potions, creams, sprays, I don't know, whatever else you use. Whatever you use on a Friday night. But anyway, I digress. So, here's the 3 tenets that I use. Now, number 1, okay, is sleep tight. All right? Number 2 is eat right. And number 3 is train like a demon. Okay? Now, I'll break those 3 things down. If you do just those 3 things, and you do them in just the right... It's like baking a cake. All right? Cake. Squirrel. But anyway, if you actually do those 3 things in just the right order and the right amounts of it, it's like ingredients. In 7 days, you'll actually look in the mirror and you'll go, well, I've actually lost some weight. Okay? So let me break this shit down for you. Okay. So when we say eat right, this is the biggest bone of contention. Now, please do come down here and subscribe, because Gabby over in Australia, she's awesome. She does all of the nutrition stuff with Health Rewards. So you want to ask her any food questions, go ahead and ask her. But from a personal trainer's point of view, that's me, here's what I mean when I say eat right. Now, what you need to do is, at the moment, you might be drinking some soda during the day, all right, some fizzy drinks. Okay, you might be drinking beers after work, maybe a couple of glasses of wine, I get it, right? You might also be going, for breakfast, I think I might just have a huge glass of orange juice and a load of toast, all right? So on a Saturday night you might go out, on a Sunday night you might have a great big, fry up, or Sunday morning you might have a big fry up. You get the idea. So you're eating, I get that, right? There's no right or wrong foods, but there's foods that are better nutritionally for you that are going to help aid and abet you on your weight loss journey, right? I love bacon, not going to lie, love pizza, can't get enough pizza, but the difference between maybe yourself and myself is that I actually do a little bit more movement, or I do a lot more movement to be fair, alright? So I can get away, alright, with eating just a little bit more crap than you guys, not too much more, I hasten to add. So, here's how I make things easy for people. People go, oh, Jesus Christ, not another personal trainer that's talking to me about nutrition and what I should and shouldn't do. Now, there's none of that. Here's my tenets for you on the Eat Right banner. This is what you need to do. Make the food yourself, all right? Now, here's the difference between going out and going, oh, I think I'll have a Pop-Tart for breakfast, all right? Pop-Tarts. But anyway, Pop-Tarts for breakfast, or cooking yourself maybe some bacon, some eggs, and putting that in a butty, all right? I know, bread, everyone demonises bread. But if you have a nice protein-heavy breakfast, or more of a protein-y breakfast, that's going to make you feel fuller for longer, more satiated. Satiated? I could never pronounce that word. I'm a personal trainer. I shift heavy things for a living. Shut up. All right? But you get the idea. So what you want to do is try and prepare like the meals yourself with fresh ingredients rather than just going, I'll just get it out of a packet, all right? Or worse, get it out of like a packet and then a can, and then, you understand? So try where you can to go and buy some fresh veggies. It's really cheap to do that. Oh, I need to buy organic. No, you don't, all right? Just go and buy some veggies from Tesco's. It's like proper cheap, all right? Always, when you go shopping, right, in a supermarket or Tesco's, Waitrose, Sainsbury's, whatever else we've got in the UK, right? When you go on your shopping, never go on an empty stomach for a start. That's going to be just a recipe for disaster. That, I'll have 15 cans of like beans tonight instead because I'm a bit hungry, all right? So don't go shopping when you're hungry. You don't want to be doing that, right? Plan your shopping. But if you go on the outside perimeter, right, have a look at this next time. If you go on the outside perimeter of the supermarket, you'll see that the least processed foods, i.e. fruit, vegetables, dairy, etc., the least processed foods are on the outside. They're on the perimeter, okay? And usually the more processed foods are towards the centre aisles. That'll be you, Pop-Tarts, all right? So, when you're going shopping, try if you can to stay on the outskirts, all right, and buy the healthy foods, the natural foods, the foods that have been processed the least amount of times, okay? So go and heavy on that shit, less of all the processed shit in the centre. Cut down on those Pop-Tarts. Make them for one day only or something. Make them a special treat rather than every single breakfast, right? So, Glenn Wright just joined. Hello, how are you? Do me a favour, if you're listening to my information down here for health rewards, come down here, share it with your Twitter followers. That would be great. All right, so eating right really is down to making sure that you try and prepare the meals as much as you can yourself, all right? Now, if you don't like cooking, right, and sometimes we all get, yeah, exactly, don't get drawn into the centre. It's like Pop-Tart moth, like, innit? You just, there's a centre aisle and it's got the blueberry Pop-Tarts. Come to me, Pop-Tarts, come to me. I get it, right? I like Pop-Tarts like the best. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I don't like Pop-Tarts at all. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying. Try and prepare the food yourself more so than just like running it out of a packet or a can, okay? And try and cook at least 1, 2, or even 3 signature dishes, okay? We're creatures of leisure. So every morning, at the moment, you're probably getting your orange juice, your cornflakes and like your toast, all right? I understand that, but we are creatures of leisure. So if you can come up with like a better version of a breakfast with a bit more protein in there, so eggs, I'm looking at you, right? Try and come up with some sort of omelette-y goodness, perhaps. It doesn't take any time to do. You can do it when you've still got sleep in your eyes, feeling crusty, and you're needing a piss, all right? You can still create a knock-up, a cheeky little omelette, all right? So that could be a better breakfast choice if you're trying to lose weight than just going heavy on like all the orange juice and the jam and you understand, all right? So, when I say eat right, all I mean is try and prepare some of the dishes yourself more so with natural ingredients, okay? Just learn to cook with just maybe sort of some of those cookbooks where you can actually see there's maybe 5 or less ingredients, Okay, there's plenty out there to choose from. Okay, so hone your skills, lose the weight. So, oh, hello, Ada Joe. Hello. All right, do us a favour, mate. Come down here, share this with your Twitter followers. That would be great. All right, so eating right is all about, we've talked about that. Number 2 was sleep tight. Now, I can't stress this enough, all right? Jeez. Everyone doesn't sleep enough. Usually, pretty blanket statement, but abs really are made in the kitchen. They're not made in the gym, all right? But the abs are only made in the kitchen when you batter yourself at the gym, and that's actually a lie, but you understand. You have to do a bit of movement. We'll talk about the exercise in a minute. Last of all, all right? But when you eat right and you sleep tight, that's when your body repairs itself, all right? Yeah, it's hard to sleep right when you work at midnight. Absolutely, right? And that's a really, really good point. Lots of people like watching this actually have maybe factory jobs, maybe like shift work. I understand, all right? Maybe nurses, doctors, etc., right? You're always busy looking after other people, but you're always never looking after yourselves because it's a bit of a chore sometimes, isn't it? You always feel a bit tired after your shift, or etc. Here's something you can do if you're actually on your shift work. Try, it sounds really woo and hippie. Do I strike you as a woo and hippie sort of bloke? So shut up and hear me out, all right? Yeah, exactly, you've got the kid and the wife, I understand. Try, if you can, blue light, okay? So try and use some blue light therapy, okay? And it sounds really like, what is he talking about? But have a Google on it and do a bit of blue light therapy. And what happens is, it's actually like sunlight. It's actually the sunlight. They have special lamps that simulate sunlight. So you get your, I think it's vitamin D. Gabby, I think she's on tomorrow. Gabby will tell you more about that. But, right, if you're out in the sun, you know when you're always in the sun and you just go, oh, you always feel a lot better when the sunlight's come out, right? Well, that's one of the psychological things and physiological things because the vitamin D kicks in. Yeah, blue light. It's actually, look for, if you actually are Googling it, have a look at natural sunlight lamps. Okay, natural sunlight lamps. Because what happens is with that, you can actually kind of like fake the body. You can hack your body, all right, into getting more of the circadian rhythms. Now, I'm going a little bit technical, bit of woo, but you can handle that shit, right? So the circadian rhythm, okay, you can actually get your body into a certain rhythm. So if you've got like your shift work, then what you can do is use the sun lamps, okay, these special like sunlight lamps to kind of like get your body clock back on track. It's not a perfect science, but it will go a long way into helping you if you've got those shitty shift works. You're like, oh God, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and now I've just arrived back at home. The only damage that that's going to do to you very long term, and there have been studies on this, is if you actually work shift work and they always keep changing, right? Because your body clock is always kept guessing. So my guess is if you can, and it's really hard, but if you can try and have a cheeky little nap instead of a fag break, all right? I don't know what your policy in the UK is like on that, but try it. Okay, so glad to be of service there, Fletch. No problem at all. And hopefully you actually shared it down here as well, I think, didn't you? Thank you. All right, so when we say sleep tight, when you're going to bed, assuming that you don't have a shift, all right? So these are like the regular workers now. You've got like a 9 to 5 type job, okay? So with you guys, what you want to do is do not take the bloody phone to bed, all right? When you go to bed, associate your bed with sleeping. Don't associate the bed with eating, watching TV, you know, or having a blab, you know, having a bit of a chat on Facebook, all right? It's easy to do that, isn't it? Because you have the phone next to you on the table, for example. But resist that shit, okay? Try not... Right, and this, again, there's studies into this. Just before you go to sleep, you actually kind of like ping your body back into it. And your circadian rhythm, your inner body clock, all right, goes, oh, something's going on. Oh, I should wait into my bloodstream because something's going on here. That's all done from you checking your bloody Facebook at like 11 o'clock at night in bed, all right? Now, cortisol, now let's not get too technical here, but you've got a load of like stuff in your body, right? And one of those chemicals is called cortisol. And when cortisol gets squirted into your body, right, it actually, phone under the pillow. No, Donga, take the phone from underneath the pillow and put it on the table next to you, face down, so you don't get lights in the room. But what you want to do is you want to avoid, if you're trying to do fat loss, you don't want to be looking at your phone at night because you want a good night's sleep, because you don't want the cortisol in your body to be elevated anything more than it's supposed to be. Because cortisol is one of the chemicals in your body, one of the hormones in your body that says, oi, you need to like store some fat, you do. And that's the last thing we're trying to do if we're trying to lose weight, right? So by you checking in your Facebook last thing before you go to bed, that's actually impeding you on your fat loss journey, right? So, golden rule, eat right, sleep tight, put the bloody phone next to you, face down, okay? Do that. Some phones overheat under pillows. Yes, and explode, all right? So important safety tip here from Health Rewards, all right? All right, now the third tenet, we talked about eat right. We'll go back to that in a minute because we've got a couple more things. Eat right, sleep tight. Try and get, I know it's hard, but try and get a good 8 hours sleep. It's more for some people, it's less for some people. I think Margaret Thatcher, God bless her, I think she could actually exist on, I think it was like 2 hours of sleep a night or something. If I did that, I don't know about you, but if I did that, I would be waking up in the morning ready to bloody tear someone's head off, right? I need 8 hours or I'm a prick in the morning, I'm not going to lie, okay? So it might be less for you, it might be more of you, but it's got to be uninterrupted quality sleep. So draw the curtains, put the bloody phone down on its face so it doesn't flood the room with light during the evening and while you're asleep, and that will help you in your weight loss, okay? Right, number 3, well, I'm going to tell you what the number 3 is, right, about the training like a demon, but I'm only going to tell you that if I can actually see some action down here. Come on, you're getting some loads of information down here. Subscribe. Come down here, you know it makes sense. Subscribe to Health Rewards, because you've actually got every day at, well, I'm a little bit late today, I'm not going to lie, but every day at midday UK time, Monday through Friday, you've got allied health professionals. They're a bit more grown up than me, I'm not going to lie, all right? But those guys can actually help you with your head and also your diet as well, all right? So go ahead, this is all free for you guys, so just go and subscribe and you get a push notification, all right? Okay, and thanks very much for the hearts on this side of the screen, very much appreciated. Yay! I'm actually talking some good stuff. People are actually leaving me hearts. Amazing. All right, let's get into the third and final thing. So we've talked about eat right, sleep tight. Now it's time to train like a demon. All right, now, when I say train like a demon, there's a lot of you guys at the moment that are watching this that have gone, train like a demon, mate. Have you seen me? I can't even see me old man when I go for a piss. I understand. So when I say train like a demon, I'm not saying like tomorrow go for like a 50k sprint, right, and do an Ironman after. I'm not telling you to do that at all. What I am telling you to do is that when you do work out, try and push yourself, all right? And it doesn't need to be like, I can't possibly breathe, I'm dying. Not unless you like that sort of stuff, in which case you should have a bit of a chat with me. But what I'm saying is each and every single routine that you do, whether it's a walk around the block or whether it's like, you know, 100 kilo bench press, 220 pounds, and then you do 240 pounds the next week, whatever you do with your exercise, 2 rules. 1, do exercise that you actually enjoy, right? Snooker, here's a hint, isn't a sport, all right? It needs to make you feel slightly huffed and puffed. So if you're a newbie that's just starting out, you're going, well, shit, how do I get into all this exercise thing? Go for a bloody walk, all right? Go to walk and do that maybe in the evening time when you come home from work. Time yourself, walk around the block, time yourself. The next day that you do it, the next evening when you get home from work, go for the same walk again, have a look and try and beat your time from yesterday by at least 1 minute, all right? Don't feel like you've failed at life if you've only beaten it by 30 seconds. I don't give a shit what it is, but make sure that you better yourself each and every time. It doesn't have to be by a lot, but it has to be just a little bit, all right? Because when you better yourself, because your body's smart, all right? So from a personal trainer's point of view now, your body is very, very smart. You might not be as smart, right, because I'm certainly not sometimes, like especially on a Friday night after a few beers. But anyway, all right, you might not be smart, but your body is incredibly smart, all right? So with your body, it knows when you're trying to starve it. It knows what to do, right? And this is from when we were like chasing dinosaurs and saber-toothed tigers around the world, right? So your body's very, very smart. And so what it's going to do, it's going to go, I see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to do a bit of exercise, aren't you? And you know when you do some exercise and the next day you just like, you ache like a bitch, all right? Now, it might not be the next day, it might be the day after, all right? And it sometimes can last for a solid, like, 5 days. In fact, I've had some people that have, like, done routines. They've come to me and they've gone, Nath, delayed onset muscle soreness, we call it DOMS, is a thing, all right, and it's usually the day after that you've worked out, all right, and it can last up to sort of 5 to 7 days, and it's horrible, and it will happen to you when you start pushing yourself, not to that level where you can't sit on a toilet, all right, I'll squat down, I couldn't possibly do that because my legs hurt too much. But when you start exercising, I won't lie to you, when you start pushing yourself a little bit more each and every time, right, the very first 1 or 2 times that you do your exercise in this fashion, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable. You might be like, this is horrible. Shut up, suck it up, and carry on doing it, right? You're not trying to run a marathon here, but you are putting your body under a bit more stress than it's used to. And it's that little bit of stress, not too much, but it's that little bit of stress where it's actually going to help change your body shape. Okay, so rather than your body going, another Snickers, another Mars bar, I think I should store that on his hips or her boobs, or that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to store this fat. Instead of doing that, you're kind of doing this exercise that switches your body back into a mode where it goes, all right, you've kept me guessing there, Tiger. I understand what you're doing, sort of. I'll look after you for a change. Okay, so because this is all about the weight loss and the fat loss. So let's take it back to the very start for the people that have come in of late. There are 3 tenets only how you guys could lose 1.5 kilos in the next 7 days. The 3 tenets are... Well, fuck, has anyone actually been listening? Like, seriously, I literally don't know. Has anyone actually been listening to me? There's loads of people that are watching me. Give me the first tenet. Remember, there was 3 of them. There was... I'm going to look at the screen in an expectant way. This could be a bit awkward. All right, let me tell you anyway. It's eat right. So eat right, sleep tight, and train like a demon. Eat right simply means skirt on the outside of the supermarket, like your Tesco's, your Waitrose, etc. All right, go and buy natural ingredients, right? Stuff that you have to prepare yourself. Don't get too caught up in like, it's only got 15 grams of protein. Don't worry about any of that. All right, providing you actually have created the meals yourself, that's going to set you up, all right, for a good amount of weight loss over the next 7 days. Okay, if you've had to sit there and boil the vegetables and prepare the vegetables and put a little bit of meat on, for example, all right, then so be it. But that meal is going to be far better than going down and getting the kebab and chips. All right, you understand? All right, nutritionally it's better for you. All right, there's no good or bad foods. There's just foods that are going to help you lose weight just that little bit quicker and more effectively and keep it off at the end. All right, that's the important bit. We're not talking about bullshit like yo-yo dieting here. All right, we're talking about stuff now in this periscope where you've got the tools, right, to piss off from here, go and do what I'm saying and actually do this way of life for the rest of your life, okay? And it's a really exciting way of like living your life. It's awesome because you can actually have your cake and eat it with what I'm saying to you. Amazing. All right, so eat right, go and prepare the food yourself, try more natural foods rather than processed foods in the centre of the supermarket, right? And don't go shopping when you're feeling hungry. That would be a bad thing to do, right? Ooh, Pop-Tarts, squirrel. Anyway, number 2 was sleep tight. Don't take the bloody phone to bed with you. And if you do, put it face down beside you, not underneath a pillow. That would be bad. All right, and don't answer the phone during the night unless you really have to. All right, unless you're a doctor on call. Don't be checking Facebook before you go to sleep. Treat your bed as a temple of sleep rather than a place where you go and check your bloody Facebook. All right, so and that will help you wind down and then associate your bed with a place that you sleep in. Use the lounge room, right, to do your Facebook checking and your Twitter checking, etc., etc. Hey, Kelly Solomon, how you doing, my darling? Come down here, we're just almost finished, but come down here, subscribe to us and share this with your Twitter followers. That would be awesome. Thank you. All right, and the third tenet was train like a demon. Now, if you like going to the gym, because I always talk about generic stuff like rather than the gym, because 80% of you people will hate going to a gym. It's the worst thing ever. The best marketing advice that bloody personal trainers give out are usually aimed at other personal trainers, right? Look at my gun show! No, I'm slightly overweight and I work as a receptionist in a big sort of office, so no, I don't want to look at your gun show. Alright, so I understand that personal trainers are pretty scary, and I understand definitely that gyms can be a scary place for you. So I will talk about gyms in another Periscope, but for now, for the next 7 days, if you can't, won't, or haven't been to a gym, I'm not asking you to go to one. But I am asking you to, when you come home at the evening time, go for a walk around the block where you live, time it, and then the next night, because every night you've got to do it, alright, you've got to go and time it yourself and beat it by 1 minute the next time that you do exactly the same walk, alright? And over a period of time, your fitness levels will go up, alright? Slowly on that method, but the gym will get you there a lot quicker. But if you don't want to go to the gym, you can't afford the gym, that's a perfect way of doing it. Go for a walk, alright? Seriously. If you want to lose weight, you need to exercise. There's no way around it. And the exercise that you're doing must, this is the golden takeaway point, the exercise that you do must make you out of breath. Not by much, not gasping for air, nothing like that, not unless you want to, but it must make you red and it must make you a bit huffed and puffed, alright? So it's hard to speak at that level, but it's not impossible to speak. That's the level of exertion, expertise, dickhead. Now that's the level of exertion that I'm looking for. Alright, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Say yes if it does. Say shut up there, Aussie boy, if it doesn't. Or type something a bit more nicer, that would be nice too. Alright, so you've actually got now 3 tenets. Those are the 3 tenets that me personally, I live by. Whether I'm in Thailand, where I am now, whether I'm in the UK, whether I'm in Australia, whether I'm in Hong Kong, I live by those 3 tenets. Oh, thanks ever so much, Kelly. Very much appreciated. So those are the tenets I live by, and those, when I'm training my clients, whether they're bodybuilders, right, or whether they're, this is actually true, like here in Phuket, I actually have 2 clients that are in their 80s, 80s, okay, and they actually train with me. And I've got to say, when I grow up, I want to be like these 8-year-old chicks. They're awesome. Now, if an 8-year-old chick can do it, and they're in awesome shape, I'm not awesome shape, you guys can do it too. You have absolutely zero excuse. I'm not even asking you to put some money into a gym membership at this stage, all right? Chocolate croissants. I know, that's one of my downfalls as well. But, like I always say, all right, the difference between, say, someone like myself, a personal trainer who lifts heavy things for a living, blah, 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 and you guys, is that I get away with a little bit more on my diet because I am lifting, say, 2 or 3 times my own body weight when I'm exercising, right? So I get that little bit of a get-out pass. Not much, but I get a bit of a jail-free card, all right? So, but yeah, chocolate croissant in the morning for me personally and a coffee, that's a non-negotiable, right? But for you guys that are trying to lose weight, probably steer away from the chocolate croissant, more towards maybe a black coffee, black tea if you like it, all right? Definitely not the orange juice, all right? And also maybe an egg-based breakfast, all right? So omelettes are perfect. If you want to do like a cheeky little omelette first thing in the morning, try that tomorrow. Try and cook up like a cheeky little sort of, go online and go and have a look for a Spanish omelette, right, recipe, and you can make one of those things with about 4 ingredients, okay, and you can actually make it, and it's more delicious, and it will last you like well and truly into lunch break. You know, you sort of like 11sies comes around, you're like, oh, it's a fag break, I need to go and eat a Snickers. And if you have a nice hearty breakfast that's more protein based, hint eggs, right, that will carry you into like your lunch far better. Alright, so again, it's better for your weight loss journey than anything else than sitting there eating like, they're great! Are they, Tony? Are they? Is diabetes great? I don't think so. The eggs will kind of help you with that shit. Alright? So we've got 8 live viewers, and I'm sure we've got some loads of people like looking on the web. So is there any other questions? Because those are my 3 tenets. You must, before I foxtrot Oscar, you must drink a metric shit ton of water. All right, that is actually a proper like measurement thing, scale. That really is. You absolutely must drink water. I don't like water. Well, I don't make you do many things as his personal trainer that's talking to you for free, but I do ask that you drink at least 1.5 litres of water per day. Alright, now it can't be the flavoured water. Don't go out there and buy, oh, I drink 7-Up. I drink a 1.5 litre bottle of 7-Up. No, that would be bad for your weight loss journey. But what would be better is if you actually just drink 1.5 litres of water. And if you don't like plain water, I will allow you to have like maybe a little bit of fresh lemon or lime juice in there, okay? So just squeeze that in there at the start of the day, put it in your bag, take it to work. And I don't care if you drink your tea and coffee, that's fine, that's up to you, but you must drink that 1.5 litres of water every day. You'll be pissing like a trooper, all right, for the first 3 days as your body gets used to it, okay? But after that, your body will kind of like start to settle down. All right, you must drink water. There's so many technical reasons for it that I won't bore you the details with, but if you want to lose weight, you need to drink water. And no, before some smart ass says it, beer is not right on that list. All right, I said plain water, not beer flavoured water. All right. Okay, any more questions? Because I'm going to Foxtrot Oscar. I think tomorrow at midday we have, I think it's Andrea. She's the head lady. All right. So she does all this hypnotherapy type stuff. So she won't turn you into a chicken, but if you want to stop smoking, you definitely need to tune in at midday tomorrow on Periscope, and you need to come down here, and you need to subscribe so you get the push notification when all this cool shit's going out there. All right, my name is Nathan Haig. You can find me on nathanhaig.com. You can also find a metric shit ton of free exercises on how to do those exercises on youtube.com/Australia Wow. All right, you can have a look at that. There's about 800 videos there from memory. Okay, but the main thing is that if you're in the UK only, you absolutely must go to health-rewards.co.uk. Have a look at those guys. They reward you as an insurance company for staying healthy. Genius. You get free cinema tickets if you hit your target weight. Yay! Anyway, shut up. Go and have a look at those guys. I'm going to go and get a coffee now. And no chocolate croissant. No, you can't prove anything. Nathan, out.